Chemistry and the Environment, Volume 1, Things You Should Know, Questions and Answers, by Rumi Michael Lee. Introduction. I would like to thank and congratulate you for listening to this book, Chemistry and the Environment, Things You Should Know, Questions and Answers. This book will help you understand, revise, and have a good general knowledge and keywords of chemistry and the environment. Part 1. 1. What is a chemical process? A chemical process is when there is transformation of matter. 2. Give an example of a chemical process. An example is burning wood. 3. What is a physical process? A physical process is when there is no transformation of matter. 4. Give an example of a physical process. The melting of ice. 5. What is sublimation? Sublimation is the change from a solid state to a gaseous state without going through a liquid state. 6. What is vaporization? Vaporization is the change from a liquid state to a gaseous state. 7. What is evaporation? Evaporation is the change from a liquid state to a gaseous state. It depends little on the increase in temperature. 8. What are the two types of vaporization? Evaporation and boiling. 9. Do liquids have a fixed volume? Yes, liquids have a fixed volume. 10. Do solids have a fixed volume? Yes, solids have a fixed volume. Part 2. 1. What are the three main states of matter? The three main states of matter are solid, liquid, and gas. 2. Why are the particles of a liquid united? The particles of a liquid are united because of their cohesive forces. 3. What does temperature depend on? Temperature depends on the agitation of its particles. 4. Are gases compressible? Yes, gases are compressible. 5. Do gases have a fixed form? No, gases do not have a fixed form. 6. Do gases have a fixed volume? No, gases do not have a fixed volume. 7. What is the opposite reaction of vaporization? The opposite reaction of vaporization is liquefaction. 8. What is an amorphous solid? An amorphous solid is a solid without a regular structure. 9. What is the reverse reaction of fusion? Solidification. 10. What is the reverse reaction of sublimation? Reverse sublimation, deposition. Part 3. 1. What part of a liquid does evaporation occur? Evaporation occurs at any part of the liquid. 2. Does evaporation occur at a certain temperature? No, evaporation does not occur at a certain temperature. It takes place at any temperature. 3. What is heat? Heat is thermal energy given or removed from a body. 4. What is fusion? Fusion is the move from a solid state to a liquid state. 5. What is ebullition? Ebullition is the move from a solid state to the gaseous state at a precise temperature. 6. What is a molecule? A molecule is a combination of at least two atoms. 7. What is an endothermic body? An endothermic body is a body that absorbs heat. 8. What is an exothermic body? An exothermic body is a body that gives off heat. 9. What is the absolute zero? 10. What is the connection between Kelvin and degree Celsius? 0 Kelvin equals minus 273.15 degrees Celsius. Part 4. 1. What part of the liquid does evaporation occur? On the surface of the liquid. 2. What is the relationship between pressure and temperature? As pressure increases, temperature also increases. 3. What is matter? Matter is anything that has a mass and occupies space. 4. What is photolysis? Photolysis is separation by light. 5. What is thermolysis? Thermolysis is separation by heat. 6. What is the relationship between altitude and pressure? Pressure decreases as altitude increases. 7. What is a pure substance? A pure substance is a substance with the same atoms. 8. What are mixtures? Mixtures is the combination of a minimum of two different pure substances. 9. What is the balance between a homogeneous and heterogeneous mixture? A colloidal mixture. 10. What is electrolysis? Electrolysis is separation by electricity. Part 5. 1. What charge does a proton have? A proton has a positive charge. 2. What charge does a neutron have? A neutron does not have a charge. 3. What charge does an electron have? An electron has a negative charge. 4. Name the three types of intramolecular bonds: ionic, covalent, and metallic bonding. 5. What are isotopes? Isotopes are elements with the same number of photons but variable neutrons. 6. Explain a metal bond. A metal bond is a connection between a metal element and another metal element. 7. Explain a covalent bond. A covalent bond is a bond between a non-metal element and a non-metal element. 8. Explain an ionic bond. An ionic bond is a connection between a metal element and a non-metal element. 9. What is hydrolysis? Hydrolysis is separation by water. 10. What constitutes an atom? An atom consists of proton, neutron, and electron. Part 6. 1. What is the product of a covalent bond? A molecule. 2. What is the product of an ionic bond? A salt. 3. What is ionization? Ionization is the energy needed to remove an electron from an atom. 4. What is an ion? An ion is an atom that carries a charge. 5. What do the different electronic layers correspond to? The different electronic layers correspond to different energy levels. 6. What is an atomic number? An atomic number is the number of protons. 7. What is an elementary charge? An elementary charge is the smallest charge. 8. What is a mass number? Mass number is the number of nucleons. 9. What is the number of nucleus? The number of nucleus is the number of protons and the number of neutrons. Part 7. 1. What does the word 8 mean? 8 means more oxygenated. 2. What does the word ITE mean? ITE means less oxygenated. 3. Give an example of a solute. An example of a solute is sugar. 4. Give an example of a solvent. An example of a solvent is water. 5. Why is water considered a universal solvent? Water is considered a universal solvent because water dissolves a large number of substances. 6. What does it mean that an atom is looking to fill up its last electronic layer? This means that the atom tries to have 8 electrons on its last peripheral layer. 7. Does salt conduct electricity? No, salt does not conduct electricity. 8. How can salt conduct electricity? Salt must be in a state of solution. 9. What are the components of a solution? A solvent and a solute. 10. What is the condition for a substance to conduct electricity? The substance must have free charges. Charges that can move freely. Part 8. 1. What is the force with which one atom attracts the electrons of another neighboring atom? Electronegativity. 2. What is the force that allows water not to overflow out of a glass filled with water? The surface tension. 3. What is intermolecular binding? Intermolecular binding is the force that creates the link between the molecules. 4. Which cations and anions attract each other? The Coulomb force. 5. What is the name of the force that binds the rare gases? The van der Waals force. 6. Which has a higher density, water or ice? Water has a higher density. 7. What is an exothermic reaction? An exothermic reaction is a reaction that gives off heat. 8. What is an endothermic reaction? An endothermic reaction is a reaction that absorbs heat. 9. What influences the speed of a reaction? Temperature, contact area, concentration, and pressure. 10. What is used to measure the amount of heat during a reaction? A calorimeter. Part 9. 1. Give an example of a table sugar. Sucrose. 2. What is the best known or most known sugar? Glucose. 3. What is a carbohydrate? A carbohydrate is a set of sugar and polymers. 4. What is organic chemistry? Organic chemistry is the chemistry of carbon. The chemistry of living organisms. 5. What are the two great compositions of dry air? Nitrogen and oxygen. 6. Give their percentages. About 79% of nitrogen and 21% of oxygen. 7. What is inorganic chemistry? Inorganic chemistry is the chemistry of minerals such as water, etc. 8. What are hydrocarbons? Hydrocarbons are carbon and hydrogen. 9. What are aliphatic hydrocarbons? Aliphatic hydrocarbons are hydrocarbons that consist of open carbon chains. 10. What are alicyclic hydrocarbons? Alicyclic hydrocarbons are hydrocarbons that consist of closed organic chains. Part 10. 1. What does the reaction between an acid and a base give? The reaction between an acid and a base gives water and salt. 2. What is effervescence? Effervescence is when acids react with hydrogen carbonates or carbonates to form carbon dioxide and water. 3. What is an acid? An acid is a substance that dissociates in aqueous solution to produce hydrogen ions, H+. 4. What is a base? A base is a substance that dissociates in an aqueous solution to produce hydroxide ions. 5. What is a strong acid? A strong acid is when all its molecules are completely ionized in water. 6. What is a weak acid? An acid is weak when its molecules partially ionize in water. 7. What constitutes alcohol? Alcohol consists of a hydroxyl group attached to a carbon. 8. What are aromatic hydrocarbons? Aromatic hydrocarbons are hydrocarbons that consist of benzene rings. 9. What is a reduction reaction? A reduction reaction is a chemical reaction during which there is a reduction in the number of oxidation of an element. 10. What is an oxidation reaction? An oxidation reaction is a chemical reaction during which there is an increase in the number of oxidation of an element. Part 11. 1. Is an oxidant an electron donor? No, an oxidant is not an electron donor, it is an electron acceptor. 2. Is a reducer an electron donor? Yes, it is an electron donor. 3. What is an ampholyte? An ampholyte is a molecule that can behave either as an acid or a base. 4. Give an example of a known ampholyte. Water. 5. What is the pH of the blood? The pH of the blood is from 7.35 to 7.45. 6. What is neutralization of a solution? Neutralization of a solution is to remove the acidity or the basicity of a solution. 7. What are the values of a pH scale? From 0 to 14. 8. Name some catalysts. Acids or bases, enzymes and metals such as iron, Pd. 9. What influences chemical equilibrium? Concentration, temperature, and pressure. 10. Does a catalyst decrease or raise the activation energy during a chemical reaction? A catalyst decreases the activation energy. Part 12. 1. Why are rare gases chemically inert? Rare gases are chemically inert because they have reached the most stable electronic state. 2. What is the most stable electronic state? The most stable electronic state is the saturation of their last electronic layer. 3. What is molar mass? Molar mass is the mass of a molecule. 4. Which law do chemical equations have to respect? The law of conservation of mass matter. 5. What are combustion reactions? Combustion reactions are oxidation reactions. 6. What is maximum oxidation? Maximum oxidation is a complete oxidation. 7. What shows that we have a complete oxidation? The production of CO2. 8. What is an oxidation that forms CO? An incomplete combustion. Part 13. 1. What is the link between viscosity and temperature? Viscosity increases when temperature decreases. 2. Name some factors that determine the viscosity of a molecule. These factors include its hydrogen bridges, its shape and size. 3. What are the reagents in a chemical equation? Reagents in a chemical equation are the initial compounds. 4. What are the products in a chemical equation? The products in a chemical equations are the final compounds. 5. What do the arrows represent in a chemical equation? The direction of the reaction. 6. What is a mole? A mole is a unit of quantity of matter. 7. What is a solution? A solution is a homogeneous mixture of a solvent and a solute. 8. What is the bulk substance of a solution? A solvent. 9. What is the substance in a small amount of a solution? A solute. 10. What is a concentrate of a solution? A concentrate of a solution is the amount of solute dissolved in a volume of a solution. Part 14. 1. What are the different ways of expressing concentration? In milliliters per liter, in grams per liter, in moles per liter, in degrees and percentages. 2. What is Boltzmann's distribution? Boltzmann's distribution is the velocity distribution of the molecules of a gas. 3. What is the relationship between pressure and collision? The higher the pressure, the greater the chance of collision. 4. What is a catalyst? A catalyst triggers a chemical reaction. It increases the speed of a chemical reaction. 5. Is a catalyst consumed during a chemical reaction? No, a catalyst is not consumed during a chemical reaction. 6. Which substances have the opposite effects of a catalyst? Inhibitors. 7. Name a catalyst in the human body. An enzyme. 8. What determines an element? The number of protons. 9. What is the international system of units of measurement? Candela, meter, kilogram, amp, Kelvin, mole, and second. 10. What does candela measure? The luminous intensity. Part 15. 1. Can energy be created? No, energy cannot be created. 2. Can energy be destroyed? No, energy cannot be destroyed. 3. What is potential energy? Potential energy is the energy stored in a system. 4. How can energy be transferred? Energy can be transferred by work and heat. 5. Is water a polar or nonpolar molecule? Water is a polar molecule. 6. Is oil a polar or nonpolar molecule? Oil is a nonpolar molecule. 7. Is air a solution? Yes, air is a solution. 8. What does H represent in pH? H represents hydrogen. 9. What is cohesion in a liquid? Cohesion in a liquid is the attraction between the molecules in a liquid. 10. What are the causes of cohesion in a liquid? Intermolecular forces are the causes of cohesion in a liquid. Part 16. 1. What is used to measure electric current? Ampere. 2. What is stoichiometry? Stoichiometry is the measurement of the chemicals in a given reaction. 3. Give an example of a base substance used in our daily lives. A soap. 4. Is water an acid? Yes, water is an acid. 5. Is water a base? Yes, water is a base. 6. What happens when an acid is added to water? When acid is added to water, it dissociates to form H3O+ and an anion. 7. Define an oxidation reaction. An oxidation reaction is the loss of electrons. 8. Define a reduction reaction. A reduction reaction is the gain of electrons. 9. What is entropy? Entropy is a measure of molecular disorder or its randomness. 10. What kind of substance reduces the activation energy in a chemical reaction? Catalysts. Part 17. 1. When does a shift in a chemical reaction move to the right? When more products are formed. 2. When does a shift in a chemical reaction move to the left? When more reagents are formed. 3. What kind of solutions resist to changes in pH? A buffer solution. 4. What are alkenes? Alkenes are hydrocarbons with double bonds. 5. What are alkynes? Alkynes are hydrocarbons with triple bonds. 6. Which gas filters the ultraviolet lights from the sun? Ozone. 7. What is the hardest form of carbon? The hardest form of carbon is diamond. 8. What is the substance that can cut a diamond? A diamond. 9. Which element uses the abbreviation Hg? Mercury. 10. Name the only metal in liquid form at room temperature. Mercury. Conclusion. Thank you once again for listening to this book. I hope it has been useful to you.